はい、こんにちは、こんばんは、かいしゅうです。ホライゾンゼロドーン、凍てついた大地やっていきたいと思います。こちらですね。凍てついた大地へ、あるいは狭間として知られるバヌークの土地に向けて北へと向かうと。ホライゾンゼロドーン自体は完了して、次は、追加コンテンツを遊んでいきたいというところで始めております。なんかすごい光ってる、キラキラ。さあ一体どんな機械とストーリーが待っているのか楽しみでございます。もらっていけ、もらっていけ、もらえもらえ。よしよし。でここか。
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your task.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future. Or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy.
おお、すげえ 60% だって。めっちゃもらえたけど。よいしょ。
No space.
耐火。ん
This one's a new predator. Can see the heat coming off it.
硬っ。おお、炎。はあ。ちょっと待って。違う。違う。炎どれ、炎どれ、炎あった。おお、危ねえ。危ねえ。おお、痛え。恐ろしいな。はっ。おお、痛い痛い痛い痛い。危なっ。ほいと。まあ距離さえちゃんと取っておけばそれほど怖い相手ではなさそう。よしよし、倒した倒した。めっちゃ怖かった。よいしょ。うへー。お、すごい、ヤギだって初めて見る。ていぐるんと回ったね今。くるくるくるって回ったよ。こっちか。おっと作っとくか。一応多分もう作れない。先にこっちか。なくなったー。なくなったー。特に何か敵がいそうなわけではないね。うんうん。 なんだこれ。すごい幻想的な。おお。バヌークの衛兵。
Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
まあ一応敵ではなさそう。おー、かっこいいな。おい、バヌークの衛兵。
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
確かに寒いだろうな。
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
はあはあはあ。
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
山から煙の出所を調べる。こんにちは。あまりにも薄着だね。はあはあ。このまままっすぐ行けばいいのかな。字幕が出ないから何が何だか。
Must be something big going on. Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
The smoke from the mountain was yesterday. Bad omen for the ritual.
ちょクイックセーブだけしとこう。はあ。
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrin, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky, and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies. Our prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice, for free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and demons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Aurea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You'd think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed him.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Aurea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Aurea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Warwick chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Warwick, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. You know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
What are these Warwicks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Yeah, not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Warwicks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Warwicks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Warwick has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this still-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Araya. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Barja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Araya. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rasps. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak can tell me more about Araya or Thunder's drum. Maybe worth a shot.
なんかいろいろ追加された。こっちか。ナルトゥークを探すとアラタークと話す。ほう。で、なんか他にビックリマンがいるよ。ちょっとビックリマンと話してみるか。よいしょ。
Deep in.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Lalai, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, till it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
So Deep Din is a place. And a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Karja. I'm the drummer now. But our battles are few and far between. Mostly I play for the joy of it. Or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
ほう。お、すごい。これ用の。うわー。へえ。なるほどね。一応もらうだけもらっとくか。 装備はいいや。
Bandits.
さあどっちをやろうか。なるほど。じゃあまあ普通にこのストーリーをやって、その先に神聖の地の池をやればいいかな。そうだね。じゃあまあ普通のストーリーを進めていきましょうか。どうしようかな。まあどうせなら一旦こっちを着ておくか。まずこの人、どの人だ？こいつか。この人に話を聞く。
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last, until the Karja seek war again.
Aurea knows about this Damon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
This Damon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
Did your Werak come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the demon. But I was born here and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
非常に今更なんですけど、この服めっちゃいいね。なんか今までってド派手な装飾でアーロイの顔全部隠れてるのが多かったけど、おお、いろいろある。今回はアーロイの顔がしっかりと出てる。こういう服は好きだよ。ほいほいほいほいほいほい、ごめんねーと。で、ここを下っていくのかな。
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this Damon affects the machines, I've got to find Aurea.
一旦後で話しかけ
I
よ
need
う。
to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
あ、イノシシも普通にいるんだね。あれか、ナルトゥーク。割とすぐそばだな。やべえ、すげえ新鮮だからなんかすげえ楽しい。ワクワクしてる
There
今。
must be Naltuk looking out at that.
え、何あれ？
It looks like it's sending out a pulse or signal. Naltuk?
Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be out here.
He's persistent. I've told that Osteram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not selling. I just need to find Aurea.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. But what can I do about these towers? In only a few weeks, they've sprouted throughout the cut. The daemon's energy pulses from them. Rallies the machines, even repairs them.
Aratok said this Damon was frenzying machines.
Look there. Those with the purple markings. They belong to the daemon. They're stronger, more dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. A corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
You have? Well, then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
No. Those are new to me too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Aurea went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Only when I'm not getting the answers I need.
There's but one voice Aurea wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
Alright, you want to stop the spread of the daemon's work? I know how to get started. With my bow and spear.
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Aurea.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall. And when I'm done, you're gonna tell me where she is.
なるほど。これで戦いが始まると。で、どうせだったら弓でしっかりと戦っていきたいので、これかな？上かな？よし。あれ？違うな。あれ？違うぞ。あ、こっちこっちこっち。よしよし。あ、ちょっと待って。ほうほうほうほう。シュポン。なるほど。デーモンのロングレッグになってるんだ。うわ。外したー。こんなもんこれ使わねえと無理だろ倒すの。でなるほどね。かなり辛いなこれは。きつ。嘘やん。火力も十二分に高い。よし倒した。てててて。てててて。強いな。いやーめっちゃ強かった。なんじゃこりゃ。復活したりとかすんのかな。怖っ。間違えた。炎の根はいらなかったな。ほうほうほうほう。いやーそっか自然回復するのかこいつは。なるほどね。これはあれだな。よいしょ。でここか。三角などしてオーバーライド。 なかなか難しいね。やっぱり属性とかでもやってった方がいいのかな。考えることがまた増えたな。
Seems I can take care of the machines and towers. The daemon's next.
You claimed its power for yourself somehow. Perhaps Aurea should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine, a great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Aurea's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Aurea's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me, an aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Were you with Aurea when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Aurea and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Aurea at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her, I have faith she will hear the voice again.
All right. I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path.
なるほど。これで続いていくのか。まあこっち行ってもいいんだけど、どうせならまあここの間違えた。こっちか。でもこれ長そうだな。じゃあちょっと浸水の地をやってで終わりにしましょうかね。多分流れでいろいろとやっていった方が効率はいい気がするから、ほいほいほいほいほいほいほいと。
This must be the ruin Laolai was talking about. Deep in. Flooded too, like she said. Snap loss. Probably came from somewhere.
おっとっとっと。ててて、うわ火力高っ。ちょっと待って、それは効いてねえぜ。危ねえ、恐ろしいな。 HP おなんだこいつ。しかも氷か。うっとうしいな。炎効くかな。よっしゃ効いた。いってー。それはめちゃくちゃだぜ。てかいすぎじゃない？ しゃ、ここは距離外だな。よしよしよし。強っ。やべえな。近づかないでー。HP 多すぎでしょ。よいしょ。あー、強っ。めちゃくちゃ打たないと勝てねえじゃんな。ちょっとこいつらも使ってみるか。多分これであと1体だと思うんだよね。
Sorry to spoil your fun.
いたたたたた。前打ってもしょうがないな。おっしゃー、倒したー。つらっ。はあ、つらかったー。はあはあ。ふむ。強かったな。で、よいしょ。川の上流に向かって進む。倒す必要なかったのか。頑張って倒しちゃったよ。ほうほうほう。まあ肉が必要なんだ。申し訳ないが。けど脂肪は手に入らない。ほうほうほうほう。こっちに行けばいいのかな。
Well, somebody wanted in. Nearly blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
え、大丈夫これ入っていいのか。まあ入ってみるか。
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin. Is that the dip? Looks like a control center. What happened in here to start the water flowing? Intake tower malfunction. Drainage system offline. That's probably not good news. Looks like most of the facility is underwater. How did this happen?
これはあれだな。予想以上に長くなりそうだぞ。どうしよう。まあいいや。
Are you all right?
You don't know how happy you just made me. For a moment, I thought my fire was snuffed. My forge gone cold. But nope, nope. Not old Gildan.
You're Welcome. Wait. Start from the beginning. What are you doing down here?
Ow! My apologies. When you mostly talk to yourself, you can tell your stories in whatever order you like. There's an artifact in that storage room I simply must acquire. But as you may have noticed, the door won't budge. I took one of those roundish, ringy what's-its from the wall beside the door. No luck. So I had to go with that panel with the button. Even less luck. My gentle experimentation caused the chamber to flood a little. So I pushed the button again, perhaps a little too enthusiastically. Sparks and smoke. Now, obviously, I came here to investigate. My cautious footsteps may have contributed slightly to the collapse of a bridge. And when the bridge began to collapse, I may have, for the sake of expedience, abandoned the cumbersome ringy what's-it to the waves. By the time I thought to give up the endeavor, the door had closed behind me. And thusly do we come to the present moment.
You said something about an artifact?
Indeed. That storage room is brimming with treasures from the old ones, but one in particular caught my eye. An intricate looking glass. I've only seen one such device before. My old mum brought one back for me from wherever she'd gone to that time. I remember holding it, staring into its face, seeing myself and my mother just over my shoulder, smiling.
And one of these looking glasses. It's in the storage room.
Oh, yes. I'm quite sure. I peered into that dim little chamber, and there it was. I've wanted to find one for so long, Yes, this time I'm sure I have.
Well, there's no way we're getting into that storage room without another ring. It's part of the locking mechanism that controls the door.
You don't say. Well, that's fantastic news. Marvelous, even. You've got two hands. I've got two hands. Perfect! My savior, my salvation, and if you like, why wouldn't you? Of course you will. My accomplice. Together, that ring is as good as ours, and with it, the storage room and its spoils.
Didn't you say you dropped the ring in the water?
Well, I'll grant you that adds a heretofore undiscussed level of complexity to the proceedings.
So you found the button that controls the flow of water.
Quite by accident.
And then you broke that button.
Also, quite by accident.
The panel's the only way to shut this place down, as far as I can tell. This isn't gonna be easy.
That storage room is filled, top to bottom. Would you be surprised to find the parts you need in there? I certainly wouldn't be.
So, we need to replace that ring and get into the storage room. Then I can fix the panel and shut this place down.
And I can finally wrap my fingers around that looking glass.
Okay, Gilden. How are we gonna get that ring?
2 sets of hands, girl. 2 sets of hands. Behind us lie a pair of enormous gates, but I believe the gates must be operated in tandem. Together, we can dry this place out.
Guess we better get started then.
I guess we better.
ちょっと一旦ここで終わりましょうか。ちょっとここまで長くなるとは思わなかった。マジか。マジか。いや、なんかね、僕の勝手な予想だと10分ぐらいで終わるのかなって思ってたんですけど、長い。一旦終わります。で、また次回ここの続きからやっていきたいと思いますので、お楽しみに。それでは本日は以上となります。ありがとうございました。